The first one is for thumbnails. What are the best sites or tools or ones that you use yourself that you would recommend?
Okay. So I also use the scientific method when it comes to thumbnails, when it comes to videos, when it comes to everything, right? And by the way, remember, right? YouTube is like a search engine, right? So in order for your content to be found, it needs to be searched. So
Right.
when you make, for example, content like, oh, here's what I ate for breakfast. Here's what I did that, right? No one
You're talking
cares.
about optimization, right?
Yes, exactly. SEO optimization. So you got to make sure you make content around topics that are being searched.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on top of that, when somebody sees your video, you have click-through rate, meaning what percentage of people click this video when YouTube shows it to them. If it's between 5 to 7% to 10%, you're gonna do great. But if you don't get clicks, it means that hey, your thumbnail is not good enough. Now, usually high contrast, good color images, clear images get a lot of clicks. But also for different like markets, like more simple stuff gets more clicks. Okay, for example, you know who Kevin is? Meet Kevin.
Yeah.
You seen his thumbnails?
Yeah.
Simple, right? For the type of content he's making, he doesn't want to do too much. For my content, maybe a little bit more. For Graham's content, maybe a little bit more, right? But the way I would figure it is basically, hey, again, that's why you want to find those 10 people that are better than you, a lot better than you, like the top in the whole niche, and then you want to see exactly what they do and use what they do as your blueprint to what you're gonna do. But the goal is don't just copy people's thumbnail. I used to do that too, by the way. It's not a good idea. The goal is look at somebody's thumbnail and say, hey, what can I do here to make it better? If you always work on making something better, you're gonna be a lot better off. So find a channel that's better than yours, see what they do, recreate it while making it better. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what site do you use for thumbnails?
I don't use a site. I use a software. So as far as sites, just looking for example, YouTube thumbnail creator. You'll find some websites to do that. But as far as what I use Photoshop for a very long time. Now Photoshop is a little bit more advanced, but the idea is if you want to use Photoshop again, right? If you want to say, you know what, Tommy, I want to do YouTube. I'm going to contribute, for example, $100 a month towards this goal of mine, right? To become a YouTuber, to post content to give people value. Then you can get, for example, Photoshop, Adobe Premiere. It's gonna be like around $50 a month, plus the Epidemic Sound, like around $50 a month, plus TubeBuddy, so for example, with SEO optimization, $7 a month. If you get all the software, it'll be less than $100, right? But this way you have everything you need to go out there and make content. Now, when it comes to how to use the software, YouTube tutorials.